CORSAIR Vengeance LED DDR4 RAM, June 21st. Huge thanks to our Computex sponsors for sending us out here. Shout out to NVIDIA, Fantex, NCIX, and MSI. The new CORSAIR memory is actually pretty cool. It features an LED top bar. It's going to be controlled through the CORSAIR link. So the light is going to be controllable with brightness, the patterns, the fade effects with 4 modules. And the cool thing is there are no additional wires, so you don't have to connect the LED to anything else on the motherboard. It's all controlled through the, let me check, the SM bus, which is the system memory bus. So this will be the first memory of its kind that you can actually control LEDs from, which is awesome. You know, you have the competition from Avexia, which is awesome RAM, and they have different types of lighting effects, but there's no control, so that sometimes it can be a little sporadic. And so with this one, the fact that you can control the pattern of movement of the LEDs and the fact that you can select between 1 to 4 modules, I think that's really cool, so that for people that like just lighting to be static, they can have that without any of the movement and things and still have a really awesome looking motherboard area. And the second memory is the Dominator Platinum Special Edition. There will only be 500 kits produced, which is quite limited quantities for both chrome and the blackout versions for the color. They have an aluminum top plate with LED, which are white versus the white and red for the Vengeance LED. So you have a little bit more color variation with the Vengeance LED series. But the Dominator Platinum is cool because each model kit out of the 500 will have laser engraving on each DRAM module, so you'll know exactly what number of the 500 other lucky people. So they are DDR4 at 3200 megahertz, so fast RAM. So it's basically like LPX memory underneath the Vengeance LED DDR4, and the Dominator Platinum is the more high-end, really cool looking DIMMs with aluminum top piece and this additional lit top bar. Another product is behind me, the Hydro GFX GTX 1080. So it's a collaboration with MSI and CORSAIR. We've seen this in the past before. So it's using the H55 cooler. The card is provided from MSI. It looks like it's a standard reference Founders Edition GTX 1080 without any bin chips. But we're told that, of course, temperatures will be much better, and hopefully the clocks will be also higher, given the card is provided from MSI. So now let's go check out the fans. The next thing we're going to talk about are these fans, the magnetic levitation fans, the ML series from CORSAIR, the ML120 Pro and ML140 Pro. So 120 and 140 versions. These are actually pretty unique because they're using a different type of bearing, so that when the fan is on, it's elevated and there is zero contact friction. So the fan blades and the bearing actually is not touching anything while it's in the air. There's a little pocket of air, a little cushion of air that's preventing there's any friction. So the only noise that's generated by these fans is through the friction of air, and that makes them extremely quiet compared to competition, I guess, and also without compromising on the RPM. So the air is quite fast, so 2000 RPM. There's fiberglass reinforced plastic frame, which is awesome, and rubber sounding dampening with red, blue, and white corners, and also LEDs. The next set of fans is the SP120 RGB and HD120 RGB with 1400 RPM and 1800 RPM respectively. So the SP120 is the more lower end or more standard one, so it's got one hub with 4 LEDs. So you need to push this button controller for color, animation, and speed, and each controller can connect up to 6 fans, which is awesome. And this series of fans has fluid dynamic bearings, while the HD120 RGB has 12-zone full control LEDs with 8 animations, PWM fan control. And the cool thing about these fans is that you can control the fan speed without affecting the LED power. So they're controlled independently. Guys, I'm Dmitry with HardwareCanucks. Iber's behind the camera.